The NBA playoffs on TNT, brought to you by Philips, technology that's making life a little better all the time. By Gatorade Thirst Quencher, it's in the NBA, is it in you? By the Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. By McDonald's, play the Millionaire Game at McDonald's today. And by Nestle Butterfinger, bite my Butterfinger.
Coming up next on Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, the complete story of Day 2 of the 2001 NBA playoffs. The Kings stumble at Arco. The Blazers have another forgettable fourth quarter in L.A. Vince finds the going tough at the Garden. Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, and Paul Pierce are here for Inside. Now look at this. I'd love to say that we planned that last shot, too. Unfortunately, that was off the cuff.
You couldn't have planned it any better than that one.
Inside the NBA.
Hey, that was good.
Your voice is a little higher. Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith,
having some more kids? No,
Charles Barkley.
Hey, did Milwaukee win the
Paul Pierce.
championship?
We were all wondering the same thing. I hope they can get all that confetti cleaned up by Wednesday when they play Game 2.
That's probably why they moved the thing all the way back to Wednesday.
Look at this celebration.
Jesus, to win the first game and celebrate like that? Well, I don't think the players were jumping around, but, you know, you saw the confetti.
Very festive atmosphere in Milwaukee.
I like that. Well, they hadn't won the championship in
30 years.
That's right.
1970-71.
Got a lot of pent-up frustration.
Next series, though. Nice, entertaining first game. Tracy McGrady just all over the place for Orlando, but not quite enough. He didn't get a whole lot of help.
Yes, if they're gonna win, he can't do it by himself. Mike Miller, Bo Outlaw, these other guys really have to step up. Milwaukee really comes with a balanced attack, and it's gonna be tough if he has to shoulder the load.
Among the guys on the Milwaukee side who are getting it done, you know, you got ABC, you got Allen and Big Dog and Cassell, but Scott Williams, your old buddy from North Carolina, huge tonight, 19 points, 16 rebounds.
Yeah, Scott is playing. Last year in the playoffs, he played great. This year in the playoffs, he's playing even better. I think that he hit a big shot. He's always been able to hit this free throw, mid-range jump shot. But the key to him is health. He's not been healthy over his whole career, and now he's getting healthy. And in the playoffs, he's really doing a great job. And the one thing about Milwaukee that I think they have over Orlando, they play the same style, but Milwaukee does it better. Amici and Garrity and Bo Outlaw can't do it like Jason Caffey, Scott Williams, and Irvin Johnson, I don't think.
Look ahead in this series. Doc Rivers has never beaten Milwaukee. He's 0-9 against them, and they've lost 10 in a row against that team now. When does that start getting in your mind, or does it, Charles?
It does not get in your mind, but I think Orlando has to be encouraged. They probably play, other than McGrady and Pat Garrity, everybody else played probably as bad as they could play, and there's still only a couple basket game with 2 minutes to go. So if I'm Orlando, I actually feel pretty good because those other guys are not going to play that bad. Actually, McGrady had great numbers, but he didn't shoot a good percentage. But Mike Miller had to step up, Amici has to step up, and Darrell Armstrong.
I still say you're asking a lot. Mike Miller, first playoff game ever, scored 9 points, but I know what you're saying. But they do need more out of guys besides Tracy McGrady.
Glad you understand that, Ernie.
I'm getting there, Chuck. Eastern brackets, everybody's played a game now. And you see that the Pacers lead the Sixers in the 1-8. Knicks holding serve today. The Heat losing their home opener of the series, and Milwaukee holding serve to take a 1-0 lead over the Magic. Western Conference brackets, as expected at 1, and I guess at 4. That was a battle, though, for the Jazz over the Mavs. Kings lose the home court today. Highlights of that still to come. And the Lakers hold serve. Highlights of that one still to come. Rasheed Wallace got a technical end in that game.
You're kidding me.
Inconceivable. But it happened. We're going to crank out the highlights when Inside rolls on. You know, we talk about Rasheed, and yeah, things were getting a little hot there at the Staples Center.
It looked like they want to fight.
It fell short of that, but Shaquille O'Neal in control in the fourth quarter. Highlights coming up.
Inside the NBA playoffs on TNT, brought to you by Hyundai, where the freedom of America's best warranty, the Hyundai Advantage, is standard equipment.
Sweet. You like?
I like.
Check this. Wait. Let's go.
The Tiburon from Hyundai, backed by America's best warranty plan. So you're free to take on the open road when you find it.
Sean fished the sea from dusk till dawn, leaving his skin tight and drawn. No ordinary soap he knew did what Irish Spring Aloe could do. Unlike some deodorant soaps, Irish Spring Aloe helps hold more moisture in, so your skin won't feel as tight and dry. Now, whenever Sean's ship is in, all the lasses of Inishmore want to touch his skin. Irish Spring Aloe cleans your skin, keeps moisture in.
Space Cowboys soars higher on DVD.
Will you get a load of this?
Loaded with astonishing DVD extras, you'll experience the last frontier like never before. Space Cowboys. Own it on DVD.
Guys, switch to Mach 3. 3 blades for the closest shave in a single stroke. You'll love the difference. And so will we. Mach 3. From Gillette.
This summer, something dramatic is happening on TNT. Live the drama this summer on TNT.
Welcome back to Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. This is the Bradley Center, live post-game press conference for Doc Rivers. Let's listen.
Another guy 14 and no one else in double digits. We need one more guy to step up a little bit for us, and I think that somebody will step up. If they were there, I don't mind. I thought as a team, Tom, we took some quick shots that you can't take. And again, you go back, and I hate to do this to you, you go back to the Rams. You don't want 3 and outs against the St. Louis Rams. You want ball control. And I thought for the first quarter, we did a terrific job of ball control. I thought in the second quarter, we started taking quick shots, and that's what you can have. So I don't mind the 34 shots. I want them to be more where we're using the clock a little bit more. Now, that's tough for us. That's changing our stripes a little bit. We're a young basketball team, and to ask them to do that is very difficult. But that's what I think we have to do to win this series.
Tracy McGrady taking 34 shots en route to his big night tonight in the loss. Kobe Bryant's new wife at the Staples Center. And
watch out for that ball, baby.
At halftime, what's up with Rasheed Wallace? He would not talk to reporters afterwards. He said, I don't want to get fined. But he and Bill Spooner get into it, the official.
See, Bill kind of said something right there. That's, I think they both could have walked away and let that go. So Rasheed is definitely wrong. But I think Bill is wrong there, too.
The timing of that thing, too, Charles, comes after they had played a really solid first half, only down by 3.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but obviously Spooner said something that offended Rasheed. But the thing that disturbed me, how mad he got over something that's simple. And they were playing great, and then after that, it was all downhill.
Lakers went on a 15-0 run to start the fourth quarter and blow the game open. They were only up by 2 going to the fourth, and so they cruised to a 106-93 win over the Blazers, who have another forgettable fourth quarter. Remember, they had that 15-point lead in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals last year, lost it in the fourth. Tonight, or this afternoon, the Lakers go 15-0 on them and then win at 106-93. Craig Sager was there, has a little post-game action.
There appears to be no stopping Shaquille O'Neal, although things haven't always been this easy. Nobody dominates the paint like Shaq. And now that he's making nearly 70% of his free throws over the past month, the Hack-a-Shack is no longer kryptonite for the self-proclaimed Man of Steel.
No one can stand their ground against me, especially when they don't want to play me.
And
when they have to cry and flop to the referees to get calls.
How do you defend him personally?
Well, it's a night I didn't do anything. They didn't let me play, but the thing is, I mean, just try to push him out the block as much as possible and make him shoot over you.
I don't think his move is a legal move, where you basically open up your elbow like this and you turn into somebody and create contact. I mean, that's not, to me, it's not a legal move, but he does get away with it.
Well, you hear kind of seeds being planted on both sides, you know, that and Mike Dunleavy saying, I don't think this is legal. I mean, how much of this do they honestly believe? How much are they trying to tell the officials, you know what, look for this because we want this called next time around?
Well, Shaq is illegal. Just him personally.
Just his very existence.
Yeah, it's illegal to be that big, that talented, that quick, that strong. Everything else he does on the court is legal. So, you know, I think it's more of a baiting system, trying to maybe get Shaquille to be timid, but Shaquille is not going to be timid. And
the big monster can't be timid. You know,
exactly.
I am honored to be living in the same time and played against him a lot, Shaquille O'Neal. I never got the pleasure of playing against Bill Russell, but this guy is unbelievable, and nobody can stop him. Yeah, you can hope for some flops here or there. First of all, the biggest Sabonis is when he looks small, I mean, compared to Shaquille. But there's nothing wrong with this play. This is just somebody getting dunked on. That's all it is. What is Stacey Ogman thinking?
He was trying to make the highlight reel, and he did.
Oh, he wanted to get on TV.
Exactly.
That's all he could have been thinking.
And with that play, he did. The Lakers now up 1-0 in a best-of-5 over Portland. Take a look at the rest of this series here, Paul.
Well, the Lakers are just playing better basketball than anybody right now. And when Shaq can just dominate the inside, Kobe, huge second half, they're going to be tough to beat. And you got guys like Derek Fisher stepping up. You know, they're the best team right now.
They wound up the regular season winning 8 in a row. They win their first game of the playoffs, 106-93. Shaq with 24 and 20. Kobe with 28. Horace Grant had a nice game, 14 points, 8 rebounds, hit 7 out of 9 from the floor. The Lakers, 106-93. Will stay out west when Inside the NBA continues. Jason Kidd and those run-and-gun Suns matched up against Chris Webber and the up-tempo Kings. The story from Marco comes your way next on Inside.
Introducing new Armor All Protectant Wipes. Armor All Shine and Protection, now in a wipe.
The closest shave is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Mach 3. Easy loading, easy rinsing with no clogging. And 3 blades that shave closer in 1 easy stroke. Mach 3 from Gillette.
Space Cowboys soars higher on DVD.
Will you get a load of this?
Loaded with astonishing DVD extras, you'll experience the last frontier like never before. Space Cowboys. Own it on DVD.
We got a big problem.
Problem?
New Roundup.
New Roundup? What now?
It's twice as strong, faster than ever. It'll shrivel you all the way down to the roots.
So we can't grow back? Oh, I feel faint.
New Roundup. No root, no weed, no problem.
Nothing has ever felt so at home as our AmeriLink log home.
That's why I wanted a log home for so long. And AmeriLink made it so easy and affordable, including financing.
Ooh, a beautiful home for less than we thought. Maybe I should pinch myself.
Oh, or I could do it for you.
Not in front of the dog, you won't.
See how easy it is to own a beautiful AmeriLink log home. Order your planning kit featuring our construction video and a full-color plan book of 80 beautiful homes. Just $9.95 plus shipping. Call 1-877-859-5647 today.
From the Emperor card, I want to say it was a male supervisor, but it was definitely a supervisor, correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's it.
And it was a male one, right?
Yeah.
Him like to drop him draws for women, don't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was trying to get in yours. Correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm, and you said, you know what, if you try come one more time, you'll be walking with 2 legs only.
That's it.
Call me now at extension 16153.
Call 1-800-788-5216.
Game 1 of the 7 versus 2 matchup in the East. The Bucks winners tonight on TNT, 103-90 over Orlando. Bucks head coach George Karl live.
And it would be Timmy's like a starter for us, and I actually probably would have started Timmy if he was 100% healthy. And so it's going to be. Hopefully we'll have him Wednesday, but again, I won't know more until tomorrow or the next day. I think McGrady's performance was similar to what we've been doing most of the year against a great player. We haven't been overreacting to him if we're making him miss a decent amount of shots. We're just not a very good rotating, build-out team, and their shooters, they were trying to suck us in and overreact to McGrady. And I thought we did a good job, unless he shoots a higher percentage, I think you're probably going to see us play him straight up and just read the help situations and know that they're trying. I think McGrady is their #1 priority, but I think their shooters are their #1A. That's kind of how I told the team earlier in the preparation was, I'll give McGrady the edge, but I think their shooters are still very important. And when they played very well in the first half is when they made some threes. D. Brown got a couple threes, Garrity got one, and they got a rhythm. They got some confidence because we were getting sucked in on the threes.
McGrady's 33, coming on 12 out of 34 shooting. The team shot just under 40% for the game as Milwaukee knocks off Orlando. Hey, Phoenix and Sacramento, they're ready at Arco Arena for the attack of the Suns and Chris Webber, 27 and 15. They're up 68-66. A lot of weapons, though, on that Phoenix side. Rodney Rogers throws it in from downtown, part of a 9-0 run. Watch Jason Williams into the paint in the finger roll. 10 points, 5 assists. Big defensive play by Doug Christie when they were down. And suddenly it's a 2-point game, 85-83. Down 3, 11 seconds to go.
Yeah, tough play. The pick and roll never developed. Jason Williams slips, got to take a tough shot. Not going to work.
Scott Skiles and his Phoenix Suns go into Sacramento and take game 1, 86-83. Marion goes for 21 and 10. They call him the Matrix, do they not, Kenny? You're a little unprepared to do the sound effect. 86-83, though, is the final. Let's hear what they're saying about the last possession of the Kings.
We just wanted to score if we could fast 2. If not, then take a 3. And Jay slipped. And once he slipped, he was figuring, hey, I got to shoot this. So, he got the best shot off that he could.
I don't know about the shot. I wasn't really looking at it until after he shot it. I have to see it on tape what kind of shot he took. But you got to give us some credit. Our big guys jumped out on him and made him take a tough shot.
I'm a fan of those who dare themselves and then go do it. So I think more so than us, I think it was their attitude, their hungriness, their willingness to, take on this bully that's, seeded #3. So I think that more than anything, I have to give them credit.
Charles, is that one of those things that you leave the arena after that game and you just relive the last possession in your mind over and over?
Not really, because games, people want to say games never come down to the last possessions. I mean, free throws you miss in the first half, all that count. Sacramento just did not play well enough to win. They got to give Chris Webber some help. But it never comes down to the last possession. I mean, you're still going to have to make a tough 3, even if you get a good shot.
Jason Kidd, meantime, getting it done for the Phoenix Suns. What were his numbers? 18 points, 6 boards, 14 assists.
Yeah, the boards
typical
and
Jason, except it's not a triple-double.
Yeah, the boards and the assists, but his points per game are starting to rise. And I watched him on an interview earlier, and he said that he wakes up and he dreams about shooting. Yeah. And, I like the new and improved Jason Kidd, because now these are shots that he used to struggle with early in his career. Coming off the pick and roll, guys used to back off him. And then before the offense is even set, he's thinking offense. I'm going to break the defense down and shoot my jump shot. He looks very comfortable. He comes off this screen, he squares his foot up, he goes into the basket. And those are shots that you make if you're a great shooter. The Reggie Millers, Mark Price, guys who used to come up. These guys, he's doing it like a great shooter now, and I like that.
The matchup down there, Peja Stojakovic, 13 points and 10 rebounds, only shoots 5 out of 17. Sean Marion, 21 points and 10 rebounds today.
That's a good matchup. I mean, you have two young forwards going head-to-head, and that can be a difference in this series. If Peja Stojakovic can get going, Sacramento, this should be a 5-game series. I look for it to go the whole way after Phoenix wins tonight.
As we point out, Chris Webber had 27 points today, but Peja, who normally scores about 20, shoots about 48%, shoots 5 out of 17 and scores 13. Still to come, we're going to revisit our TNT playoff game, which was the Magic and the Bucks in Milwaukee. Perhaps we'll update the cleanup of the confetti. We'll see how that's going. And it looked a bit like last year. Vince Carter and the Raptors struggling in New York. We'll be back.
Every inch, every second counts. Because every race is the most important race in all their lives. That's drama. That's NASCAR. Coming July to TNT and NBC. Get ready. Here comes Cool Blue Mach 3. 3 blades for the closest shave in fewer strokes with less irritation. Now with a cool new look. New Cool Blue Mach 3 from Gillette.
Space Cowboys soars higher on DVD.
Will you get a load of this?
Loaded with astonishing DVD extras, you'll experience the last frontier like never before. Space Cowboys. Own it on DVD.
$1 billion. That's how much Oracle saved in 1 year using its own e-business software. How much will you save? Oracle. Software powers the internet.
My lawn is really by pride and joy. I know it's weed-free. I know it's dandelion-free. I do it by using Scott's Turf Builder Plus 2. The light granule sticks to that wet leaf much easier than a heavy granule, which would fall off. It doesn't stick. It just doesn't work. I think it's the greatest product ever made.
I like new things, especially when they get old.
Like keeping things around? Use Valvoline Max Life, the first motor oil formulated for higher mileage engines. Max Life conditions use seals to help prevent leaks and helps keep your high mileage engine performing for a long, long time.
Son, another 100,000 miles and this baby will be yours.
And for a simple way to keep your wheels looking great, use Eagle One A to Z Wheel Cleaner.
The day is coming. Adventure is reborn. The forces are gathering. The earth will tremble. The mystery will be revealed.
AutoZone's This Date in NBA History takes us back to 1979, so Charles won't say, I might be in this one. Norm Nixon dished out 19 assists, tying the NBA playoff record, but that mark was later shattered by Magic Johnson and John Stockton, and Doc Rivers made a run at it in 1988. So an old record set on This Date in NBA History. Research going to the deep file for the Norm Nixon reference. Hey, who loves you? TNT does. Bucks playing tonight on TNT.
That might have been when he hurt his back when he got dunked on.
Check this out. Scott Williams.
The energy Scott Williams, Irvin Johnson, Jason Caffey brought to this game. Scott Williams particularly was the key to the win.
3 championship rings for Scott Williams, couple of championship rings for Jason Caffey.
Ooh.
Man.
Get some of that.
Left-hander, 88-82. Later in the fourth, Magic down 8, McGrady. I'm telling you, when he's around, he will keep you in things, but big dog, Irvin Johnson.
Now the energy guy, that the Bucks have. They just do it better than Magic.
They talk about needing, they talk about, hey, they're winning without a center, but I mean, you don't need a guy who's clamoring for the ball in the middle on that team. You got scores all over the place. Irvin Johnson give you some rebounds, give you a few block shots.
That sounds good in theory, but it's wrong. Those guys don't normally score like that. These guys who had like 35 points now, who average about 12 a game.
I'm talking about the Robinson, Allen, Cassell. But, you know, we have a lot of time to talk about that. They want us to go to the Raptors and Knicks. Latrell Sprewell, baseline dunk.
Knicks don't have a center either. I mean, it's
They're not going anywhere either.
They're going out of this first round, looks like.
Vince Carter ahead of the pack.
I picked Toronto, and I'm sticking with them.
To win this series.
To win this series. I just need a little bit from Vince Carter. Not a lot, just a little bit.
46-41 Raptors. Allen Houston.
Didn't you pick Lennox Lewis last night, too?
No. I picked Rockman, if you
Okay,
remember
all right.
correctly.
I'm just checking. It was a joke, Charles. Relax.
You remember that if we fight, you won't last 5 rounds.
Hey, but I got a good lawyer.
Meantime, back at the game. Late in the game, Charlie Ward slapping it away from Antonio Davis.
Vince Carter slapping it away, too.
He just in no mood for any of that stuff after the Raptors remain winless in the postseason, 92-85. Houston goes for 23. Vince goes for 13 points on 5 out of 22 from the floor. Grabs 7 rebounds, 19 and 15 for Antonio Davis. Mark Morgan was there to cover the game and talk to one of the Knicks stars, Kirk Thomas, to begin his report.
The main thing, my offense has always been there. Just my teammates are really looking for me. I'm getting the opportunity to play more minutes, and I'm just having a lot of fun out there. And whenever I get the ball, whenever I post up inside, they throw it to me inside, and I'm just able to make a nice move and put the ball in the hole.
But the Knicks' defense was equally impressive, continuing its postseason mastery of Vince Carter.
I have certain things I'm taking away. Basically, I want to contest on all his shots, and when he drives, my teammates are there to help.
I just have to take my time and just knock him down. Even up close, I was just throwing the ball over the rim. You know, it happens. So my mom always told me, you know, there'll be days like this. You know, so as a matter of fact, she just told me that. So.
Paul Pierce here to say that, you know what, this series is not over. They lost game 1, but it ain't over.
It's definitely not over. Vince Carter didn't play his best game. They only lose by 7. If he has a half-decent game, they're in the game, possibly win the game. So this is a series Toronto can very much win. Vince just has to come play decent or play great, and they can win the series.
Agree, disagree?
I told you, I picked Toronto to win the series. Vince just got to be more aggressive. The shots he's taking, he can't make those shots. Those are horse shots when you're playing in the backyard. Take the ball to the basket, be aggressive. If they double you, aggressive, pass the ball, let other guys get good open shots. But if they don't, take the ball to the basket.
You want to give the Knicks any credit at all for the way they did up?
I have to give the Knicks credit because every year, you know, you look at the Knicks when the playoff starts and you say you don't think that they could do it, but somehow, some way, they have another gear for the playoffs. And I've been saying it, and I think we talk about that Vince needs to step up, but they stop you from stepping up as well, you know, so you have to give the Knicks credit.
Hey, they don't play again until Thursday. If you lose a game, would you like to get right back on that horse now, or is that going to be tough, or is it going to get you more prepared, or you just think about it more if you don't play again until Thursday?
Well, the NBA, you know, they do a terrible job. You should play especially the first round. I mean, you're trying to make the season drag on to June. I mean, the first round should be every other day.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't agree with that. I wouldn't want to play Thursday either. I agree with Charles, and that's
the first round should always be every other day.
Yeah, the coaches like to say, yeah, we can prepare and all that, but get on the horse, let's ride it again, and I got something for you.
Game 2 is...
You got a pretty girlfriend. You want to see her every other day, not every 5 days.
Even if she slapped you, right?
That's right.
The day before.
I'm lost.
Because
he put the wraps on inside the NBA
game,
presented.
That's a slap. You still want to see it.
Presented by Hyundai. That game is this Thursday, by the way.
Y'all tripping tonight.
Come on, dog.
Get ready. Here comes Cool Blue Mach 3. 3 blades for the closest shave in fewer strokes with less irritation. Now with a cool new look. New Cool Blue Mach 3 from Gillette.
Honey, did you get paper plates? You got ice, right?
Short trips really beat up your engine, but Pennzoil with Pure Base is formulated to protect against the harshness of everyday driving. We can't change the way you have to drive, but we can protect you from it.
What kind of steaks did you get?
Stop and go protection from Pennzoil.
Buy a case of Pennzoil at participating Napa stores and get a free year membership to the Bass Angler Sportsman Society.
Check this out. Bob here needs a car.
How about a pickup? A black one. With a place for my bike.
Autotrader.com. Over 1.5 million used cars, make it the biggest, best used car site on the planet.
Need a loan?
Oh, yeah. Autotrader.com. Your car is waiting.
To be the best takes strength, speed, endurance. The best way to cure athlete's foot has it all. Lamisil AT. Strength, full prescription strength to stop the itching and burning. Speed, these take 4 weeks of treatment. Lamisil AT cures athlete's foot with just 1 week's use. Endurance, a study showed most users were still athlete's foot free 3 whole months later. Get it all in Lamisil AT, the best way to cure athlete's foot.
Coming this June, great drama comes to TNT. Law and Order. Get caught up in the Emmy Award-winning drama. Tuesdays at 8, only on TNT.
Inside the NBA playoffs on TNT, brought to you by Gum Out. You never know when you'll need it.
Everybody is really going to have to contribute to this game, and if we want to win, if we want to go somewhere, everybody got to contribute.
Rebounding's got to be a huge concern.
Oh, definitely. And if you guys would have told me Scott Williams was going to get 16 rebounds in the game, I would have told you was crazy. We just got to.
Scott Williams got that playoff savvy and all those rings and strapped on tonight in that game. Hey, tomorrow night, what's happening? Hey, we got the Miami Heat at home against the Charlotte Hornets in Game 2 of that series after Miami lost at home.
Miami going to be very good tomorrow night. They got to make a couple changes, get some younger guys in there, I think, in the guards. Because unless Tim gets healthy, they don't have a chance.
You like Eddie House?
I like Eddie House and the young kid, Carter.
Also, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio trying to go up 2-0 on Kevin Garnett and company. You know, Paul, it's been great having you in here for a couple of nights, and
thanks a lot.
I hope you have a great offseason. What are you going to do this offseason? Anything good? Anything happening?
I'm going to work Charles out a little bit.
There you go, baby. Get me ready, Paul. Get me ready.
There's no fee necessary for that
Paul
setup
gonna
for
work
you
with
there,
me, get me in shape. He want to see the pass.
Scott Williams, your
I
former
was surprised.
teammate.
Yeah, I was surprised at that comment because if you follow the playoffs over the years and years, the star players don't get the opportunity to shine as much as guys like Scott Williams. So expect Scott to get 16 Williams.
Milwaukee.
3 rebounds.
Or get 16 Williams. Next on TNT, Little Big League on the East Coast. Secret of my success on the West Coast. You got a couple of nights off, Charles. Enjoy yourself. Hit them straight. Keep them in the fairway. We'll see you next week.
What's a fairway?